Here's the latest military parade from China.
This is China's latest,
Yes.
right? Latest and greatest military parade.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I told you we had nothing to worry about.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Yes. I mean,
This is not parody, by the way.
no, this is real.
This is national.
These aunties, very nationalist aunties, decided they'd put on their own parades.
Yeah.
You know.
So,
Better beware.
there's that.
Better beware of these guys. Cardboard tube bazookas, you know.
That goes on way longer than I thought it
Like
would.
that's a very long. Okay, here's the real
Just
one.
play it.
Okay.
So we wanted to give some highlights from this.
Okay, let me make the volume down because it's got the music on.
Why did we have this military parade? It was the 80th anniversary of what?
Okay, first of all, these military parades, in my mind, are very outdated. When you have to have this big show of strength, you know, it's a very Soviet Union. It's a very Hitler thing to do.
For sure.
Fascist thing to
Yeah.
do. They like to be like,
It's
look how
very
powerful we are. China has tried to co-opt the victory against Japan in World War II.
Yeah.
As in, the Chinese Communist Party has tried to co-opt this. They have now told, well, they always tell their own people, but now they're trying to tell the whole world that it was the Chinese Communist Party and China that actually were the victors in World War II. They beat the Japanese.
Yeah. Make
Now-
us big over this, just in case.
Okay, but one thing I can tell you right now is that it's nonsense. Okay, China was in a civil war. You had the nationalists and you had the communists. The nationalists and communists were fighting each other.
Yep.
It was the nationalist forces that were fighting the Japanese. The communist forces hid in the hills. We've got a graph to show you a little later
Yeah.
to give you some proof on this. Anyway, at the end of the war, the nationalists were decimated because of the war against Japan.
Yep.
And they actually fled to Taiwan.
That's right.
And so Taiwan today are the people that fought against the Japanese. Communist Party, mainland China today are the people that were cowardly and hid in the hills. Not like all the people. I'm talking about the party.
Oh, yeah.
The party.
Mao's party.
So they didn't win shit. All right. It was actually, I think you guys might recall, the Allies that fought against Hitler's Germany and Japan, and I believe America may have brought an end to the Japanese fighting with a couple of little things called atomic bombs. You know? By the way, this is
Yeah,
great.
can we pause it there?
Okay,
Super quick?
I'll go back. I'll go back because we have
There's
to talk about it.
always one.
Yes, there's always one.
In these military parades, we're going to get into why, by the
Yeah,
way,
yeah.
why this is such an embarrassing parade.
Yes.
Because it's not just about wrong history, it's about so much more.
Yes.
But there's always one. They do these military parades, and there's always one guy that's got to keep his eyes open as much as
They're
possible.
actually, it's part of their military training. It's part of their, like, when they have to be on camera, when they're wearing their dress uniforms and stuff, is to open their eyes as much as possible. And I've seen this in real life when the kids were doing their training, their military training in the high schools and in the universities. And it's just one of those things. I don't know why, but they want everybody to think that they're like, whoa, like really,
very
like-
alert.
Yeah.
Red alert.
Exactly. For some reason, they do it. And you can see it's harder for some than others. Like, this guy's doing it too.
You can see the sun is blaring down on them.
But that guy, he's just went a bit overboard.
He's letting all the UV rays pour in. He's going to be blind.
Yeah, so it's not his fault. He's just doing
No.
what he was told. But he looks ridiculous.
What do you think happened to him after this?
He probably got into a bit of trouble for not looking like everyone else.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's besides
Just
the
thought that was-
point.
that's
It's
kind of-
besides the point.
a good thing to
So anyway, I find it infuriating that I've been seeing a lot of people trying to change history here. And I'm saying not just the Chinese government, the Communist Party, but all of their supporters and all
sure.
of their shills on Twitter and so on, trying to claim that it was the Chinese Communist Party that actually beat the Japanese during World War II.
For sure. Let's rip this. We got some amazing inside info.
Yes, we do.
That a lot of people I just didn't see covered. So this is important.
First of all, China's always had a flag law.
Yeah, it's called the Article 16 of China's national flag law that stipulates something very important.
Okay.
That when you're marching with the national flag, so the one with the stars on it, all other flags, including the party flag, which is the one with the hammer and sickle on it,
Yes.
should be placed behind it. So the national flag, the one with a big yellow star, and then the 4 yellow stars
Yeah,
next to
the
it,
flag of China.
that always has to be in front, and there's a reason for that. In the Constitution, it says that no matter who leads China, right? China is China. So the nation comes before all else.
Yes.
you can't have the party's flag, the hammer and sickle one, the Communist Party flag, in front of it, because that means that's more important.
It means
than
the party
actual...
comes before the people and becomes before the nation.
That's a real law that we dug up, by the way.
It's a real Chinese law.
So in this parade, both of the formations had the party flag in front of the national flag. And guys, of all things, this, you know how we say China's a knee-jerk reaction, they don't plan ahead and they're messy and they do all this stuff. This situation is not where they mess around.
Yes.
This is where every detail is so meticulous, as you'll see what they did in preparation for this parade later, that they don't make this kind of mistake. This is absolutely on purpose.
Yes.
This is a glaring shift in the party being before the people.
Yes.
It's bad. It's a bad
sign. It really is. So they broke their own law. Did they change it overnight or anything?
I'm going to say that law, that's Article 16 of China's national flag law, is going to disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they broke their own law.
Yeah.
The Communist Party
on purpose.
broke their own law by putting the Communist Party's flag first.
So that's something we picked up on.
Yeah. Okay.
When we analyzed the parade, we also noticed things like this. This is wild.
This is to prevent people from climbing up on the trees.
Yeah.
And presumably because they don't want people to, I don't know, snipe from the trees
I was thinking
or something.
or just causing disruption.
Or doing something like that. So all along the parade area where people are allowed to witness it, they had these on the trees.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Which is just, it's a little overkill, I think.
Mm-hmm. And here's something that annoys the ever-loving crap out of me. Okay, it's this.
Yeah. What's happening here?
Well, you've got a foreigner there. Presumably he's a journalist, or he could just be a foreigner living in Beijing.
Okay. Or traveling.
Yeah, traveling. He is trying to film the parade.
Yeah.
Or take photos. You see, he's got his camera. And these two Chinese uncles are holding fans in front of his camera so that he cannot film. Meanwhile, they have their phones out filming, and if you take a look in the background there's a guy with his phone filming the parade.
The parade is meant for foreigners to film.
It's supposed to be a public event.
Yes.
By the way, this is just this horrible racism that you see, like real-life racism that you experience in China as a foreigner. Because
you're not welcome.
Why is it that you're not allowed to take photos, but everyone around you, like everyone is taking photos?
It's meant to be shown off.
Yeah. As long as you're Chinese, you're allowed to take a picture. But, you're a foreigner. And this happened to me in real life one time.
Yeah.
I was taking photos of a nice sunset, and it was not in a sensitive area. It was literally next to a shopping mall.
Yeah.
Okay. Near my house in Shenzhen. And I wasn't the only one. I was taking pictures of the sunset with my phone, and there were Chinese people next to me taking pictures of it with their phone, and even one guy with a DSLR taking pictures of the sunset. Security guard came up to me and told me I had to delete my pictures off my phone. And at the same time, everybody else was still taking photos of the sunset. I was, it's like, it's just, it lacks any logic.
You know what? He could have gotten a better shot. He could have had a better shot at filming what he wanted to film, or take photos of what he wanted to take photos of, if he had been perched up on those Gothic tree necklaces.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
He would have been able to get
those cat colors. Anyway, it's just frustrating to see this because you've got a nation that's been brainwashed into thinking that all foreigners are spies, and they're not allowed to take pictures of their military parade, So they not only are filming him, but they're blocking his view. So it's just pathetic. It's a pathetic nonsense. It
really is. It really is.
Just had to show that because that's the reality of China, right?
So this is interesting. So during this parade, it was such a big deal. It's so important that people have to be the surveillance apparatus is everywhere. Yeah. Across the whole country, not just in Beijing.
Sure.
So a guy in a group on social media, right? WeChat group, posted, what is this? What is this? What era is this? Still messing around with these damn things? Just as a little quip. It's literally a little quip.
It is. Because, what is this? The 60s,
Yeah, he's just kind of poking fun. It's kind of like if you said, I don't know, if you went to a parade in America. Yeah. And there was a float that had Wham on it. Right? Like an irrelevant band. Right? And you're like, what is this? The 80s? Yeah. That's what this equivalent is, right? So he goes, this message was sent at 9:28, and Edison was arrested at 12:28.
Yes.
He got arrested for saying what
3 hours later.
This?
3 hours later.
In a chat group, not on a public forum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he got detained.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy?
Yes.
There've been a couple of stories like this. It's not just him.
So this is the follow-up.
So this is the The Xiangyang cyber police in Hubei issued a notice stating that a man was suspected of picking quarrels and provoking trouble. That is
we should have like a celebration every time that law comes up, because that's the law that covers everything in China. Just to be able to nab anyone.
If you like, I don't know, stepped in a puddle and made a little splash, they can like, oh, you're, you know, and then they can arrest you.
It's a massive crime.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. For posting defamatory and insulting remarks, slandering the September 3rd military parade, mocking and insulting other netizens who expressed patriotic sentiments, and spreading rumors leading to his administrative detention by police. Is the guy ever going to get released? Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? That's one that we found.
Yes, and there were more. We didn't have time to do this.
This was going around there, like they're forcing prisoners in China to watch this. Now, that is true. They do that. This picture is actually from the previous one. Yeah. Like another
Yeah, this is not from this one.
No, but people are using that as like a relevant photo. We're going to debunk that a little bit. This does happen, but actually I found the origin of that photo, just so people can know. It's from a Sichuan prison website. And that's not a hidden...
So the prison itself was like, look, we forced them to watch this.
Yes, it's on there.
Maybe they're like, they even get TV privileges.
Yes.
But all schools and universities, they're all forced to watch this as well.
Yeah.
Not only watch the parade, but they have to write like lengthy essays about it. And they have like, we had all the pages, there were like 5 or 6 pages of things they have to write. But it's like, if you look at some of these things it says, it's like parade. What aspects impressed you?
On the top, what does it say?
Right at the top, it says Xi Jinping's speech.
That's the biggest
speech topic. Yeah,
that's the biggest part.
It is. And so you have to write down what his speech was.
Dude, this is 1984.
You have to write down what impressed you.
Yes. Not what
disappointed you. Only what impressed you. You know, for everything, and they basically do that for everything. They're like, what aspects impressed you about this? What aspects impressed you about that? I mean, it's pretty horrible. Yeah. And by the way, it's mandatory for all schools. Yeah. It's not something that's just like, oh, you know, if you want to watch it. Yeah. You know, this guy again.
Propaganda to foster national.
So we wanted to play this. So this is some of the citizens on the ground, what they were saying about the parade.
Yeah. So the BBC did a little thing here.
Pride as China's economy starts to falter. For Mr. Rong, that means taking back the self-governing island of Taiwan. Let's build a railway all the way to Taiwan, he says.
Can they ever say anything else?
Well, that's what they're taught.
You know, the Chinese government has had children's songs made children sing about building a railway to Taiwan.
High-speed railway.
Yeah, exactly. There's this whole thing, we're going to take that island back, we're going to build a... I've got a question. Okay, let's say in this horrible hypothetical situation that they do attack Taiwan and invade it and wipe it out or take it over or whatever. What's their next excuse? Because they've been like, it's like a little carrot, like they've been dangling in front of the people for the longest time. Every time the economy falters or people are unsatisfied, they're like, we're going to take back Taiwan. And everyone's like, yeah. And then they forget about the fact that they're starving or they've lost their job or they've been scammed or whatever. What happens when they do? What is their next excuse going to be?
Unclaimed territories in Russia. All of the South China Sea.
Right.
Then they're going to start moving into actual land grabs in Myanmar.
True.
This is my prediction.
True.
Then you're going to start seeing actual land grabs into places like Vietnam, and they're going to reignite those battles again. By
the way, I'm not wishing that this ever happens, because Taiwan is a beautiful country, and it is a country with its own system of laws, its own currency. They built themselves from the ground up and became this technological powerhouse, produced the best microchips in the world.
Yep.
And they've never once been under the control of the Communist Party of China.
Yep.
And that's the thing. China has no claim over Taiwan.
Yes.
And it's ridiculous that they keep going on about this.
True.
Others believe Western leaders are envious of China's rapid rise. To be honest, they are aggressive at heart, he says. We are different.
How are you different? Like, I don't see other countries putting on such a big, like, threatening military parade.
It's embarrassing.
And, you know,
it's embarrassing.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
It's something I can't say.
Yes, exactly.
It's something I can't say.
Yeah.
So this is interesting. We have too much material. We got to rip this. There's a cold food revolution. Nobody was allowed to cook in their apartments.
They shut off the gas to all of the apartments near the parade.
Yeah.
And there are a couple of reasons for this. Obviously, they may be worried about people causing a scene or something. But the main thing is they wanted to cut down on pollution. Because, you know, all Chinese cooking is frying in oil.
Yeah.
All of it. I mean, a little bit of it's steaming, but the majority of people, they're frying stuff. And that creates a lot of particulates in the air. It actually creates a lot of pollution. So in order to cut down pollution for the big day, nobody could cook.
No.
So, they had to go and eat cold food, and they had to go to other neighborhoods to pick up their food.
The Chinese government can just turn off your life.
Yeah, just imagine that. They're like, oh, well, you're not going to be able to cook now for a week or whatever because we have to do this. Or you're not going to be able to shower because we need to shut off your water or whatever. They could just do it,
It's very true. People were eating their eggs and sausages, but it didn't help because
didn't help too much.
I couldn't find. What's weird is I couldn't find any accurate AQI air quality data on that day, but it looks like people were saying it was between 80 and 100, so it was still polluted. It was in the moderate range.
Yes, I mean it's not horrible, but it's not great.
No, it didn't. My point is they didn't fix it.
No,
they didn't fix it.
That looks pretty bad to me.
Yeah, I mean you could barely see it. I actually saw some nationalistic people watching this that were on Bilibili or whatever, and they were kind of disappointed. They're like, what is our biggest export here? Pollution.
Yeah, exactly.
It was pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, for sure.
They can barely see their cool new military stuff that they're trying to show off.
Yeah, speaking of this military stuff, I think it was a big disappointment for a lot of people that follow the military things because, look, China did unveil some next level looking drones.
For sure.
Nothing that has been proven to work or anything like that. But the majority of the vehicles and so on that they revealed are just poor copies of Western technology.
For sure.
As usual.
No, what was interesting is during this parade, and this is what you won't see in the media.
Yes.
People were live streaming it.
Yes.
And then the comments that were coming in.
The comments were not being censored in the beginning. They did eventually.
They did, but they didn't catch them in the beginning. Just play it. It takes a while.
Okay, so it says people were putting up comments like, don't want COVID tests, want food. Don't want lockdowns, want freedom. Don't want lies, want dignity. Don't want cultural revolution, want reform. Don't want leaders, want votes. Don't be slaves, be citizens. Democracy and freedom belong to the people. Release all political prisoners.
Yo, this stuff was flying.
Dude, they hate this, obviously. This is not what they want. No. You can see the comments, because they've got something called wild subtitles in China that fly across the screen. Most annoying thing ever invented. Yeah. But, you can see that people were using this opportunity to, put in their little dissident views.
It was cool to see.
Yeah, very cool.
And I was actually kind of surprised.
Yeah, obviously they cracked down very quick.
Of course. But they, some people saw it.
Yeah, they managed to get some through. Yeah,
which is always welcome. This is the kind of thing that you don't normally see come to fruition in China.
Yeah,
just because of this serious surveillance system they have on lockdown.
Correct.
But it was good. It was good to see.
最新消息，中国和习近平的93大阅兵呢，看起来气势非常。
Okay, it's important.
Yeah,
these subtitles are so small and hard to read, but it's okay. So it's like we're looking at the the military parade. It looks very grand.
武器
There are so many
非常
weapons.
之多，非常吓人。
Very scary. In fact, a lot of them are fake.
实际上呢，很多呀都是假的，都是做的
They're all made models.
模具
Molds,
啊
sorry, molds.
基本上都是装。
Basically, they're just pretending to scare people.
来吓唬人的，就像当年的
Just like the Beiyang Navy back then.
北洋海军一样，炮弹打出去。
The shells are fired without... Sorry, yeah, it's so hard to read this. The shells, it looks like shells, there's a line going through it. The shells are fired without making a sound.
就不像都是这类货色，否则你
They're all
无法
like this. Otherwise, you can't explain why did China's military parade just
我的阅兵
end?
刚刚结束，中国的军
China's military stocks plummeted.
So this is crazy. This is not something I did not see anywhere covered.
Yeah.
The military stocks in China during and after the parade tanked. And usually it's the opposite.
Yep.
Because people get pumped. They're like, okay, China's military is on the up and up. We're going to be able to, it's like a military industrial complex for China, right? That should be super, super in the, by the way, green in China.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're confused,
yes,
because red is a lucky color in China.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why you get red packets and, all the couplets and things you see, they're always red. So the stock market, when you see red numbers, it means it's gone up. And green means bad. So it's the opposite to the West. So you look at this and you're like, oh, stocks are up. No, in China, you see that. It's like death to the stock market.
So why it tanked was, tell us why it tanked. Well, the guy just said it there. There was tons of rumor and speculation that the stuff that people were seeing aren't even real. They're not functional. It's stuff that's maybe being planned. It's molds. It's things like that.
Yeah.
And when that took off, people started pulling their stocks out.
Yeah.
And the last thing that China wants is like they have to have some semblance of a free market.
Yes.
They can't just turn off the stock market. Like that's how people survive.
People are voting with their wallets. Now remember, the Chinese stock market is not available to outsiders like you and me. This is Chinese people, and this is their reaction to this military parade.
Tanked, no pun intended.
Yeah,
Go ahead and just play
公
this.
股啊集体暴跌，大家看到没有？肯定是市场发
The stock market has discovered signs of
现
China's
了中国
weapons
是
counterfeit.
造假的苗头，否则你无法解
Yes.
释这个现
Otherwise,
象。
there's no way to explain this phenomenon.
And it did. It tanked.
Yeah,
Look at that graph.
yeah, it's just going down.
It's crazy. So there was a couple memes that got pulled. This one right here. Pause that.
Yeah.
This is the stock market. It's actually like a nationalist parade play thing, but they said this is the stock market right now. This is us. plummeting.
Yes. See all the green. Yeah,
because it's in the green. They lost all their money.
Okay.
Makes
sense. Yeah.
It's very funny. We're not going to go through each thing that was at the parade, but we did want to compile a key for you guys in case you wanted to see it. So we're not blocking anything, are we?
No.
Okay. So you guys, if you need to take screenshots, you want to analyze this and stuff, we did translate this for you.
Yeah, these are all the vehicles that appeared at the parade. Those are the aircraft. These are all the vehicles. I'll get us out of here in case someone wants to take a screenshot and look at that later.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of military guys out there.
Yeah, exactly. But, the fact that the Chinese military stocks plummeted like that is such a telltale sign that there's a lot of fake crap in there, a lot of copies, a lot of disappointment.
A lot of disappointment. I think that's that. I can't prove anything else, but I can prove disappointment because that is what I saw people talking about.
Yeah,
right. That's
absolutely.
one thing that is very, very provable.
Yep.
But what's really interesting about this is that the reality of the situation. The reality is that China, the PRC, the communists didn't do very much against Japan. This victory should be the nationalists in Taiwan.
So, I was asking, why are they putting so much effort into hating Japan this year? Because they've released 2 blockbuster movies back to back of hating Japan, and the one was that Nanjing Photo Studio, and the second one was the Unit 731 movies that they put out.
That's right.
And every time this happens in China, you get massive anti-Japanese, sentiment, and they destroy Japanese chains and cars and products, and they actually, they stab little children and things. It's happened. It's a horrible thing they do, and they do it on purpose. They stoke that hatred, and it's obviously to coincide with this. Now, there's an actual picture of the surrender there of Japan.
Yeah. Who's in that picture?
Let's look at the flags. There's no Chinese Communist Party flag, is there?
I see a British flag. I see an American flag. I see a Chinese flag. I do see a Chinese flag, but it's the nationalist, not the communist.
The Taiwanese flag now.
Yeah.
Because they moved to Taiwan and they adopted it as their national flag.
So what are we playing around with here, guys?
There's no Communist Party, Communist Party flag there. No. They had nothing to do with this. Okay, and as many as people will try to convince you, but they didn't.
In fact, let's just prove it, right? These are the major battles that the KMT, which is the nationalists,
the Taiwanese,
that was China, at the time before the CCP. How many battles did they fight against the Japanese? Well, there was about 20 major battles that they fought. How many did the CCP fight against China? It's speculated. Could be 0, could be 2.
Yes, somewhere between 0 and 2.
So what are you celebrating?
They had the Communist Party had some guerrilla skirmishes where they would go throw a rock at a Japanese soldier and then run away.
Yeah.
They had a couple of those.
Warfare,
yeah, they did a bit of guerrilla warfare, but they weren't really helpful at all.
Not in the grand scheme of things.
No.
Yeah, that's what happens when you live in authoritarian dictatorships. They reclaim history.
Yeah, but look at this nonsense. So you've got aunties like this putting together these little skits.
Fighting the Japanese.
Yes.
This is how the commies did it.
Yeah, with her hair dryer.
Got him.
Yes.
This is actually awesome. This is so funny.
So freaking funny. I mean, come on. The thing is, every day on TV they show these ridiculous War of Resistance, films. What was that?
Bam. Bam.
Yeah.
Oh, those silly Japanese.
Yes.
So this is the important part. That was the parade. The important part is that history was changed at this parade.
Yes.
And Kim Jong-un, Putin, and Xi Jinping came together, and they now have, along with Iran, have formed the new axis of evil.
Yes.
Fortunately, it's got the most ridiculous name I've ever heard in
Crink.
my life, which really takes the sting out of it.
Yeah.
It's Crink.
Yes, Crink.
We didn't make this up.
No, we didn't make it up.
Forbes.
Yes.
Go ahead to
Forbes,
the next
yeah,
one. You
Forbes
can just...
put this out, yeah. So China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea have united to defy Western sanctions and undermine U.S. interests.
Yes.
And how a new axis called Crink is working against America.
We did not make this.
Nope.
All right, so here's the Wikipedia. It's coming up here.
Yeah.
It will.
It will. We got to look at what these Crink... never mind. I can't.
I know. People are saying that, like in official
It's
spheres,
real.
They're like, look at what these Crinks are doing.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't say that.
No, we
That
don't.
is what
That's
that is what is being
is.
said now. In fact,
Yes.
the creator of the phrase.
Yes.
But
says
anyway,
it.
what was important was that this is a new axis of evil.
Correct.
Okay, this is the nations that have come together to oppose democracy and oppose the West. Okay?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
This is not good. This should send a chill down everyone's spine.
Yeah, it's not.
I'm not a fearmonger, but this is not good to see a unified approach, at least on paper or visually, unified
Yes.
approach to fighting the free world.
Yeah.
Right? And I assume most of you watching are from the free world.
Would hope so.
If you're not, it doesn't matter. We still
Yeah.
love you. It's not your
Absolutely.
fault, right? We
Yeah.
know that tons of Chinese dissidents or maybe people in dictatorships or
sure.
military juntas like Myanmar are watching us. But this alliance is worrying, to say
Correct.
the least. Now, what was interesting, this is going to change the whole trajectory of how everything's going to go in the future.
Yeah.
What could be interesting is that this could unify the West in a unilateral approach to oppose this new axis, because I feel like if there's any weaknesses now in a NATO alliance or any alliance of democracies, this is going to be where it's going to be tested.
Yeah.
This is not just Russia that the rest of the world standing up to. This is Russia, China, North Korea, and Iran.
Yeah, I just don't like to see people that seem to want to join this whole thing.
Sure.
But,
so, and
yeah.
then here's the Wikipedia, just so you know.
Yeah.
This is
this is from
Crink
Wikipedia.
Alliance.
Crink Alliance. Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that's interesting is maybe if there's any Wikipedia dudes out there, go and see, like, why do they say by Western propaganda?
That sounds like a tanky wrote that.
Yeah, someone went in
what does
there
that
and
mean?
someone in there like, oh yeah, I'm gonna at least like put a spin to this. Yeah.
Yes.
But it has been called the axis of upheaval, axis of autocracies, quartet of chaos, and the deadly quartet. But I do think that that Crink has found its right place.
That's the official.
It's the official name right now. Yeah.
So Crink, keep an eye out.
Hmm.
But what's interesting is there was a hot mic when some of the Crink leaders were
Yes.
talking to each other.
Yes.
And we, even if you've seen this, we dug a little further. Okay. This is Putin, Xi, and Kim Jong-un walking down, not knowing that they're on audio.
Yeah, this is a Crink Alliance. Now, the interesting thing about this
Yes.
is CCTV. This is the source. They released this to the BBC
As
and
B-roll.
yeah, to a bunch of other outlets without obviously checking it. And it was actually the BBC that decided, what are they saying?
Analyze the audio.
They analyzed it, and then when they picked up on it, obviously everyone else ran with it.
Yes.
But this is what was said. She said, these days, 70 years old.
And here's the translator. This is Putin talking here.
Yeah, exactly. Earlier, people rarely lived to 70, but these days, at 70 years old, you're still a child. Putin speaks inaudibly. Okay, the translator in Mandarin after what Putin said, it says, with the development of biotechnology, human organs can be continuously transplanted and people can live younger and younger and even achieve immortality. Now, translated in Korean. Organ transplants. And she, in Mandarin, said, predictions are this century there's a chance of also living to 150.
So here's the deal. This is what these three dictators, these
Yes.
three people, these dictators of the Crink Alliance.
Just take tater out of them.
Yes.
Yeah, take a tater out of that.
These three dicks.
Yeah, exactly.
Here they are talking about, using organs of people to achieve immortality.
Yes, transplanting organs.
That's probably not the best thing you could say when you're trying to win over the rest of the world, that your Crink Alliance is the alternative to the free world.
Your damn Crink Alliance, man. Talking about harvesting organs and using them to keep yourself alive forever. That's really not a good look.
Not the best PR.
It's actually quite embedded in Chinese... in Chinese history, the search for immortality is ancient.
Yes.
One particular emperor was searching for the elixir of immortality and near the end of his life, and he had his servants cart him around, looking for this elixir. And he died, but he'd instructed his servants, even when he died, they had to keep looking because the elixir could bring him back to life. And so what they did was they carted him along, this dead emperor, and they carted along another cart full of dead fish to disguise the smell of his decomposing body. So everywhere he went, everyone's like, oh, it's the emperor. And there's this cart of dead fish to make everyone think like, oh, he's not dead. It's crazy. That kind of thing used to happen. Now it's still happening. And
and there's a key phrase that I want you guys to pay attention to. When Xi Jinping said 150 years, I started doing some digging. And I found a video that had been translated by RFA, Radio Free Asia.
Yes.
And they found this. This is from 2019. Go ahead and play this.
Okay.
This is very interesting. It's a Chinese ad. But it's like an internal ad for CCP officials.
Okay.
Okay?
Second major party.
So
I'll read this. Xi Jinping's mention of can live to 150 years old in his response may refer to the 981 Chief Health Project. According to the information released in 2019, the project is a high-end medical service, also known as the Chief Health Care System, specifically set up by the 301 Hospital for the highest leadership of the Communist Party of China. It was officially launched in 2005 and integrates the most advanced medical science and technology. Its 5 core tasks include cancer prevention, sudden death prevention, slow disease management, anti-aging, and genital care. The goal of the project is straightforward and clear: to extend the life expectancy of the leaders of the Communist Party of China to 150 years. It's literally the least communist thing in the world.
Yes.
You take healthcare away from the people, and only the top leadership can have access to this, and then potentially live to 150 years old. So that's probably what he's quoting here, which is very, very good digging, I think. This is important to understand, that this facility exists in the uppermost echelons of the CCP.
Yes.
And there's even more evidence. Do a little more digging. You'll find that this guy... Okay, he was this guy was like a Communist Party official, very high up, deputy secretary, I believe. And what does that say? Minister Gao Jianxiang read my book, Future School, while in hospital and gave it a high evaluation. He gave it a thumbs up and kept saying, good, good. He believed that it grasped the trend of future education and that China should seize the opportunity to take others. Now hear this. Over the years... This is a eulogy, by the way.
Yeah, eulogy.
I pulled up a eulogy here and translated it. Over the years, Gao Jianxiang battled his illness with unwavering determination. He had numerous organ replacements and claimed many of the parts were no longer his own. Yet, before the pandemic, he was energetic, sharp-minded, and had a loud voice, completely unlike a patient. It's unbelievable that he would leave us so soon. Dear Minister Gao Jianxiang, you will always live in our hearts. Well, guess what? It said the quiet part out loud.
Yes.
These old eulogies are still online, and it's celebrated amongst the communist
fact that this
elites.
Communist Party official had many organ transplants.
And keep in mind, this is what makes this so bad. This isn't getting on a waiting list for a kidney in a hospital in America.
Yeah.
China has a history and a current history with organ harvesting of prisoners.
Yes. What was it, 2015, when they said they would outlaw it?
Yeah.
Outlaw harvesting from prisoners? Because they would execute people for no reason.
Yes.
Just, this guy has that blood type,
Yes.
take him out back, shoot him, but make sure you take his organs immediately.
Yep. So what happened is they said that, but then undercover journalists and stuff figured out you could still get prisoner organs on the fly.
Yes.
In fact, it's so bad that they set up for rich Muslims in the Middle East, like elites in these very rich oil countries, to be able to fly over and then get halal organs from Uyghur prisoners, right?
Yep.
And these people are in prison for reading the Quran.
Yeah. Prisoners of
music.
conscience.
Yeah, like being Uyghur.
Yeah.
Right? They'll go and kill someone that's a blood match, get them organ in them, and ship them back. And fly. And that service still exists.
It's a horrible, horrendous thing that goes on in China. And look, it's something that we don't normally talk about because it's just too
vile.
It's too inhuman,
Yeah.
really, to even broach the subject.
But here we have the Crink Alliance talking about it.
They're talking about,
mic.
by using organs, you can just keep going. It's just disgusting.
It's evil.
Yeah.
It's evil.
Anyway, let's see what else we got going on here. Yes.
So it goes back even further.
This is like a public notice from 1966 when Mao Zedong was still ruling.
Yeah, what does it say?
It says, on December 27th, a call arrived from Beijing. The 26th was our great leader, Chairman Mao's birthday, and a grand rally was held in the capital. Chairman Mao is in excellent health. According to research by physiologists and scientists, our great leader, the red sun in our hearts, Chairman Mao, could live to be 140 to 150 years old. This is the great blessing for all Chinese people and the people of the world. May Chairman Mao live forever.
So with a little bit of digging, we were able to find 3 instances of this, basically this mention of 150 years old.
You know what's disgusting, again, is about Mao Zedong. Obviously, he was a very unhealthy man. He was a disgusting man. And near the end of his life, they were actually testing experimental operations on
people.
Elderly peasants.
Yeah.
You know, in case he might need this kind of a transplant or this kind. They'll just take a healthy elderly person and then like dissect them live to see if this procedure will work in case the great leader, feels sick.
That's the same government that runs China today.
Same government. That's what people don't understand. The same people that are responsible for the Tiananmen Square massacre and the mass starvation of tens of millions of Chinese people. It's the same people in power now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's as if Hitler continued to rule Germany and his party and his successors and everybody involved. The Nazi party is still running Germany to this day.
In China.
Or Stalin's Soviet Russia, still there today. But we treat them like friends and trading partners, and we put up with their shit with them hacking us all the time and stealing our IP. I don't get it.
Trying to shut down our electric grid.
Yeah, I just don't get it. Yeah, it's the same people. This Crink Alliance is just ridiculous. Yeah. Anyway. Just so you see, this 150 years thing is kind of solidified. It's solidified, you know what I mean?
I remember you left my spirit, with you high is all I'm feeling. Remember.
All the hardworking Americans out there, we're going to roast some shills.
Don't like it when lots of people come in, do you?
Yeah, it's looking scary.
Come on, dude.
Is this not North Korea level? It's getting bad these days.
Yeah.
So he's in Iranian state media.
Yes.
He's in Russian state media, and now he's in China state media. Does that not follow the path of a lot of these guys that we follow?
Absolutely.
Santa Claus told a little boy the sky is blue, and the researcher in the Scorpions said, wait, Santa Claus isn't real, therefore the sky isn't blue.
But first, a quick montage of me walking through the horribly polluted streets of Beijing.